There we go.
There we go. Shit, man.
Yeah. I think
How's it going, man?
there we go.
Hey,
I
man,
had
just
to go
fucking.
put my shit on check the Wi-Fi real quick, so it could have been my shit because
Okay.
the wireless connection here is kind of bootsy, but I
Um,
got it all connected. So what's up, Brown?
that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
we live.
First of all, bro, mucho gusto, bro. Nice to meet you finally, face to face. And,
Yeah, man,
like,
likewise.
like we were talking, bro, you know what I mean? You're headed for greatness, bro. I can just see it. I can feel it by how you're putting you can hear it in your voice, bro, how excited you are about what you're doing, bro. And,
Right, right.
it's just some dope ass shit, bro. But, before I mention and you mention what it is that you do, I want to first start it off by giving the intro to who you are, where you come from, your roots.
Okay, yeah. So right off the bat from 415 from the city, SF. So born and raised here, boss. I've been here all my life, but I lived in other places too. I lived in the Midwest. I lived in the East Coast before, but I spent all my time and all my creativity in the city. So basically, I was born in 1980, so I'm about 40 years old,
Mm,
old school cat. So I've seen a hella fucking changes from the 80s to the
mm.
90s to the 2Gs. I've seen a lot.
Oh yeah.
I've seen all the ups and downs, the gentrification, the COVID, everything. The city's been
Mm,
through a lot right now. So but yeah, this is my roots, and basically what I started here was a little small company called Waking the Dead Customs, and it really rooted from my passion for toys and figurines, right? And I guess I've always had this thing for creating that world, and like I wasn't really a good artist, so I like to take shit apart, and I was able to like get a couple different action figures and put them together and then create something different, or just take that shit apart as a kid and just was creative with making my own superheroes, because
mm,
honestly I really couldn't afford all the good toys, so I made my own shit.
mm.
But fast
Yeah.
forward, uh, I collected other toys throughout my life, and then I got to the point where I started to see other people do this bootlegging. It's like a bootleg.
Mm,
They got these they got this thing where they could take a movie from the 80s or from the 70s and just remake the action figure, you know what I mean? But like GI Joe style, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's always been old school. It's always been more about nostalgia and like retro
Yeah. There you
and
go.
retro, right? So I saw all this on eBay, and this one dude started doing them, and he had all these movies from the 80s and the 70s, and I was like, oh shit. So I started buying them for like, they were like, 50, 60, $70, and but all of them were one of a kind, and rare pieces,
Hmm.
and you can't find these kind of things, excuse me, and like you can't go to Walgreens or you can't go to Walmart and find these kind of toys. So basically I started collecting for a few years. Then I started getting interested in like how to make it. So I watched videos
Mm,
on YouTube. I started to watch other artists, do the same thing and go live and kind of show how they start from scratch. But realistically, I just started to like remember as a kid when I was young, when I started doing like taking stuff apart, and I started
mm,
doing that, and then I started to realize that the more I messed with it, the more I got into it. I started to make a character from a movie like one of my first characters was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Remember that
okay.
movie? So I'll see like,
Yeah,
so I was
yeah,
watching a movie one day and I was like, you know what, dude, I never seen that done before. So, and then I saw another dude online make something like that, and I'm like, oh, that's sick, bro. Like, I really want to do, I really want to own that piece. But the dude was like, I don't really have many of them, so sorry, boss, you missed out. So I said, fuck it, I made my own. That day, about 2 years ago, I made
mm,
my own, and it came out really good. And then I ended up selling that shit. So that's the
mm.
first stretch of like, you know what, dude? People like what I do. I love what I do. It was hella fun doing it, and but then to see people wanting to buy it, then I started to,
Yeah.
slowly started to see how people were watching me and following me, and like really were asking me, you should just sell your shit. I'll buy it off you. And then little by little, I started to get more clients. and started to make
Okay.
I started to make figurines of people, like actual people, you know what I mean? Like my boy passed away last year. So I had this idea of making an action figure of him. And I did. And then I
Mm.
gave it to his daughter. And then
Oh
his family
wow.
started to say, like, oh, this is really nice. This is such a really touching piece. It really made a lot of people happy. And then I made another one for my boy who was like who dropped like a good $100 on it. And I made another one, and there it is. That's how it really started, boss. Like making
Wow.
making figurines for people who passed away. So then I got the whole thing. But even
Mm.
before that, I was already calling my stuff Waking the Dead Customs because I wanted to wake the dead. I wanted to wake up characters from
Mm-hmm.
the, like I had told you back when we talked. Like we
Yeah.
talked for a little minute last time, and
Yeah.
I gave you a little breakdown. So that's the
Yeah,
beginning.
man.
That's the origin of it. That's
Dang.
how it started. And now
That's
I'm
dope.
2 years in, and I had a lot of ups and downs though. Like
Mm-hmm.
I started working at Stonestown and the Galleria over here in Frisco, and some dude
Okay.
was like, "Hey man, I really like your stuff, and I want you to move in and start making toys for my store." So right before COVID hit, you know what I mean? Like I got there about January, and for about 3 months, I started making action figures in my own little store. You know what I mean? And it was cool, and it was a really good jump start. I got my name out there a little bit. I made some decent money for the store at the time, and I was going into partnership. But
Mm.
then COVID hit, and then we lost all our customers.
Oh.
We lost our customers. We lost our lease, and then I had a bad relationship with the dude. Me and the dude started falling off personally. So I really took that as an insult because I really was like looking for a partner to blow up, and then this fool just really disrespected me. So I went my own way. I went back to doing my own thing,
Mm.
and then I got back on Instagram again and started selling my stuff since COVID, and it's been good. It's been kind of like it was good for the first few months, and then the last couple months has been kind of slow. But
Mm.
I think that the more I do this, man, the more I push myself, the more I'm starting to see that this can be a really serious business. You know?
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah, and
I
but
tell you, man, this is
besides
something
that,
that's
I love the fact that it's art. It's toy art,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like it's art before business. But to be honest with you, right now the demand is pretty good. Where when people really want
Mm-hmm.
something, you got to give it to them. You gotta let people. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta let them know that I'm not just a one hit wonder. I'm here for a minute,
There we go.
right?
There we
and
go.
that's
That's
why
what's
I'm
up.
trying to like really stand out as a Latino for the Latino community. Um,
Yeah.
Whereas right now we're going through a really crazy time where with COVID and then the police brutality and
Mm.
people picking sides of like I want to fuck with my people or you know what I mean, raising awareness for the Black Lives Matter movement and
Mm-hmm.
all this shit hit me and made me realize that like a lot of people capitalized on that by creating their own, merchandise,
Mm-hmm.
their own thing for BLM, right? And the whole Black Lives Matter movement just created this whole wave of artists. Just boom, like if you're a, if you're a painter, a writer, or a toy maker, whatever you are, everybody started to making their own content, and then people
Mm.
started to like come out, and then that's when I started seeing hella more artists in the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
So basically, I think that I was doing this already about a year and a half, but the last 6 months it's been really, really picking up because of COVID, and people want to see artists come out and do new things. You feel me?
No, that's what's
So
up, man. That's what's up, man.
yeah, but
But I want to take it back, bro. I want to take it back into how you got introduced to actually knowing how to do this, man. Because like it doesn't seem like it's an easy thing, bro. Like, how did you even start to even learn it?
I think basically when after I stopped buying stuff because I was buying other toy makers stuff like because I was really a collector, but then I started to get this itch of like I'm spending a lot of money, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these things are customs and I respect their art.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to say to myself, let me just try it. Like I told you, let me just try one. And then that one led to another one. And then basically I think within that 6 months in the beginning, I started to realize um, there's only a handful of people that are hella good at it. I'm not gonna disrespect people, right?
Mm.
But there's people who are like really novice, right? Like, you know, beginners. Right off the bat, I got
Yeah.
into it where I'm like, I'm gonna bang with the big boys. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna, I saw this as a market, but then for a Latino guy, right? There's not really Latinos.
Mm.
There's not really many Latino artists right now in this kind of world who just want to
Yeah.
bring figurines and all this shit, right? But once I started seeing the small market of Latinos doing this, I was like, I got to be the one. I got to be the one. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like, there's a couple heads I know, and like in Los Angeles and shit, and I don't know what kind of noise they're making, right? But up here, up north, I got to be the man. You feel me?
Mm.
That's how I feel about doing this, because
Yeah.
a lot of the Latino people are like, bro, you're making all these like blood in, blood out figurines, fucking La Bamba, all these movies that we grew up on that are
Mm-hmm.
cultural movies, right? And these movies have all these characters that we grew up because we're from that that cholo style lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us grew up in that era. For especially me, I'm from the '80s, and my family's from the '70s and '60s. Grew up in all that cholo world. I mean, these movies are iconic. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I was like, man. So I started making all these toys, and these toys started making noise, and in the social media world. Um, when I start seeing celebrities reaching out to me, like, hey, bro, I like that. I like how
Mm.
you make that. I think the big one for me was when I met Miklo from Blood In Blood Out,
Mm.
Damian Chapa. I met Chapa earlier
Yeah.
this year, and I made two action figures of him, like prototypes, and he was like, bro, dude, these are pretty clean. Let's do something. But we couldn't agree on anything in terms of like financially, because he thought that I was already a guy who could mass produce just by myself,
Oh, okay.
right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro, dude, I made this out of my bedroom. Like, these are just stuff that I make. And he's like, oh man, let's mass produce them so that we can sell them to the people. But I just gave him the prototypes, and I told him that I couldn't do it because realistically at that time, even right now, dude, I'm not really like equipped to like do that stuff. And I want to, bro. I want to link up. That's why I'm trying to link up with other artists or other people who want to invest and help me create this business. And that's another
Mm-hmm.
thing, we want to talk about later. But that's how
Yeah.
it started, though, dog. It made me realize
Okay.
that when these celebrities from the Latino community, and I also got a hold of Freddie Rodriguez. I don't know if you know who that is.
Okay.
He was in
Is that an actor?
yeah, he's a Latino actor from
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
he was in Dead Presidents. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
He
Yeah,
was he
yeah, yeah,
was
yeah. That's the dude from
he was
Half Baked, right? Is
no
that from
no
Half
no no.
Baked?
That's
Uh,
Guillermo that's Guillermo Diaz, I think. This guy is his name is Freddie Rodriguez. He does
mm.
Dead Presidents. He was Jose, and he's in this TV show called Bull right now. And then
Okay.
he also did a movie with Christian Bale called
Oh, okay.
Harshan.
Okay. I got him confused. All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
know me
remember
too.
now. Yeah.
I get those guys confused because they're so alike. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they are.
so
Yeah, yeah.
I made a double pack of the Dead Presidents movie, right, of Jose and Lorenzo.
I seen that. I
You
seen
seen
that.
that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Yeah.
seen that one.
So he hit me
Yeah.
up and he was like, "Bro, what's up, dude? How much?" Right off the bat. So I'm like, "Dude, bro, this is a rare piece, man. But for you, bro, I gave him a good price. But I'm like, let the people, let your celebrities, let them know
Yeah.
that like if they want to get something done from a certain movie, hit me up, because I love that
Yeah.
challenge. I
Yeah.
challenged in the past before, and hey, man, it's fun. I like doing that, and I really want to catch a break though, and really work with like a serious set of people who want to like
Mm.
turn this into a really mass production of like making, you know,
Mm.
like if I'm going to be doing something with Latino community, I'm working on, because I made a Emilio Zapata, right? I made
Mm-hmm.
a
Seen
Zapata
that one, yeah.
figure. I can make, you know, Joaquin, a figurine from all the revolutionaries, a Frida Kahlo, all those figurines are hella easy for you to make. But if I want to mass produce them, I'm gonna,
Mm.
I'm gonna need high tech equipment and somebody to help me license these things. And bro, that's the next step. Like, to be honest, right
Yeah.
now this is all independent. This is all like, as a matter of fact, I was just about to put out a couple Scarface figurines that I was finished making right here.
Mm.
These are my babies right here because
That's
they're
dope.
rare. Of like, you never see these ones from this movie scene when Scarface was
Mm-hmm.
getting the yayo, and then this is the
Yeah.
rise and this is the downfall.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
dope.
and I'm actually working on a frame right now that comes with it, a cocaine frame with the blood splatter,
Dang.
right? And then check this out, and this frame comes with, I don't know if you can hear it, but with audio,
Oh yeah, I hear that.
right?
I hear that.
So
That's dope.
and then,
That's fucking dope, man.
well, this is still a work in progress, but then when you hit this one, ah, that's it. That's what's up. So like,
Dang.
so you know what's dope? This Tuesday is the fucking 30 37-year anniversary of the movie. Came
Oh,
out
no
Tuesday.
shit.
So I'm about to
Dang.
push this out on Tuesday. So tomorrow I'll be doing
Mm.
a promo for it tomorrow, and it's going to be a $200 piece because it's going to be framed and custom made. But this is
Yeah.
going to be for the big ballers, for the hardcore Scarface fans. And so
Mm-hmm.
basically,
Bro, like,
so yeah, so that's the kind of shit
yeah.
I'm working on right now, and I got a couple other pieces that I'm putting out all December, all fucking Al Pacino shit. So I got Carlito's Way, I got Serpico, I got Heat. All these are coming out, and that's
Wow.
what I do, dog. I make toys
That's
all day, every
crazy.
day. I like to consider myself, as you can see in the background, the Tupac of toy making.
Uh,
I got toys right
mm-hmm.
now that I made that won't come out to 2 years from now. That's how hard I've been working, bro.
Mm.
I got shit that I haven't put out
Wow.
yet. I got shit that I worked on 3 years ago, 4 years ago, even before I really got into this, that are like gonna come out on a certain release because they're so fire, they're so rare. So that's what I
Wow.
want to do for the community, bro. For the Latino community, I want to be the one to carry the torch for this kind of world because I think that like this action figure stuff is just, it's fun, it's really cool, and it's nostalgic and it's old school. So like,
Yeah.
so for everybody out there, whoever's decides to chime in, I have a variety of like figurines from like the 70s, the 80s, and I could do stuff from all types of like characters. You know what I mean? Like fictional, nonfiction.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no limit right now for me. I could do it all. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like,
See, that's
that's why I'm
see,
like,
see, that's why I love what you do, bro, because you're like confident that you're able to do it. Like not only that, but you welcome the challenge. And like a lot of people will be like, you know what? Well, I don't know. I can try to see if I can do it. If not, then whatever. But you're like confident, bro, and that's gonna take you a far, that's gonna take you far, bro.
no,
Because
that's good.
you know what you can do.
Yeah, no, that's good that you said that because like I think that I'm still dealing with a lot of confidence issues because I'm not trying to like backpack off anybody or piggyback off anybody because there's a lot of people out there who are really good at making these custom figurines, and then there's people who are like making some tight ass shit, but there's a world that's like a 3D print world, right? A lot of artists are
Hmm.
new, and that's sick as fuck, and that's the shit that I'm gonna probably jump into. But like for me to keep this old school, like all the stuff that I make is all from like old toys, all
Mm-hmm.
broken toys that like this is, I'll give you an example. All this stuff here, all these toys, right? This is the graveyard, and this graveyard will come to life one day when I start digging into it and I start making my stuff piece by piece. So like that's
Okay.
what I do basically, and I sculpt. I do a lot of sculpture stuff. I do all my hand painting. I basically like to work with Photoshop. So all the like cover art, like I try to be original and
Uh-huh.
design it myself. And
Dang.
yeah,
See, that's another plus, bro. That's another plus because some people will be like, "Well, I can sculpt this toy, but then I can hire someone to do the art." You know what I mean? but you took that next step. You took that initiative to like, fuck someone else. I'm gonna do this shit. Why can't I just do it? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I had to learn. I
Like,
wanted to learn for
that's
sure.
fucking dope.
I had to learn because I was like, a lot of motherfuckers out there already ahead of the game. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna just pay the middleman. I'm the middleman too. It
Mm-hmm.
saves me money. It saves me, and it gets me all the practice I need to like be the best I can be. And to keep learning. So so basically that originated in 2018. Like originally, like I started to really take it serious. But before that, though, I was fucking around with it though. Like, I was doing like painting mostly, and then I'll just take stuff apart and then just put stuff together. And then when I got more money, I started to buy more equipment. Like, I got myself like like really expensive clay. I got all these tools, like these little expensive knives and shit that I use. That shit's
The
expensive.
precise precision.
That shit's expensive, bro.
Yeah.
And if it breaks, you got to buy another one. I spent a lot of money, bro, on fucking up. I fuck up too. So I wasted, like all artists waste shit. We all
Yeah.
anybody who's into art knows that you're gonna lose a lot of money before you make money. So,
Uh-huh.
so I straight up lost, some good amount. But then I started to see this profit in working with like the Latino community. There's a lot of like other artists who are like, you should make a bunch of these, and I'm like, I can, but I need someone to team up with to like you said before. Remember, like I could get someone to make 100 of them. All I have to do is design one, and then just make a bunch of them, right? But I need someone who's gonna help me mass produce them, and then I can sell them for like a good, for a cheaper price. Because like if I'm gonna sell a one-off piece, it's gonna be like, $70-$75 because it's handmade
Yeah.
from scratch. But a lot of people can't really afford custom stuff all the time. So if I could just mass produce and get some stuff out for like the other part of the audience, I'm happy with that. Like I want to see my stuff in stores eventually, bud. Like, I mean, I would love to double team with somebody and open up a store where it's all like Latino movie nostalgia, like just Chicano
Yeah.
Latino, like, you know what I mean, like all like from our era, and keep that culture alive. I think the
Yeah.
action figures just put a sweet touch on it with
Oh
art,
yeah.
with art, with I love the art, but I love all the artists that I've seen that make those beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous murals. So
So so.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's
Oh yeah, man.
yeah.
I
So
mean, have you ever thought about getting a personal loan to like, start up, with your own people and just find people from wherever you need to find them, you know what I mean, and just start it yourself?
yeah, I actually like I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't know if I told you this last time, but I was gonna actually move out of California, right? Because
Mm.
most people who know me from out here, from the city, were like, they heard about this. Like I made this announcement before we met, and my cousin out in Colorado has a lot of space, and I was gonna take his word for the fact that he was gonna help me get a studio, a studio to work in slash store, so that I can have, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Because like out in Colorado, and this was just like about 3 months ago, right before we got this other COVID shit, that he's like, you should come out here and I'll help you get established, and you can start making your action figures, and then you can start buying all these other equipment that you can have room for it, because all this stuff is out of my bedroom, and I have no room to grow. So that's another reason why I haven't really like went to that next level. And I think that at this point, I definitely need to trust somebody for me to to like team up with, financially, to like, all right, fuck it, let's go halfers on getting a place where we can at least work out of for shipping and receiving, and then I can still work out of my apartment, and then rent out other space to work out of. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about that right now
Yeah.
for 2021. It's just the fact that I don't even know what's going to go on with all these traveling restrictions, because if I do
Yeah.
if I do want to move somewhere else, and if I do get, let's say if I do get an offer from someone else like who's out of state, and I have to go move over there, I would have to go, take that. I would love that opportunity to work with another big company who wants me to help them design figurines, or just keep it like, I don't even give a fuck if I got to keep it underground. Like, this is cool to have, like, it doesn't have to be mainstream. It can be just the community. And like, I'm happy with that too, boss. I don't even care.
Yeah.
I don't even really care about like taking it to that level where it has to be commercialized. Nah, like I'll be happy with it just being just art and for the people. And if I can make a living off of it, then that's a plus.
Yeah,
So,
because I met a couple people that do like more like dolls, and the homie Marco from Carnalismo clothing brand, he just mentioned it right now in the comments. She
right.
goes by Miss Reyes Arte. She lives out in Bakersfield.
Okay, that's what's up.
She make these dolls where
Carlissimo.
it's like all like G'd up dolls, and she
So,
calls them little G
so as
dolls.
a matter of fact,
And
like,
but
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Brown, because Carlissimo Clothing is another there's like another company that's like all Latino based, and they have a store.
mhm.
I think it's in Wisconsin. I don't know if
Okay.
but it's a guy who started this business really small time, right? And then I think he told me a story that he got a loan and everything too, and then he got all these people, all these other artists to bring in all their like Latino culture art. But
Mm.
then he started to mass produce all these things, and then next thing you know it, bro, he has celebrities coming in his store doing little
Oh shit.
autograph signings, because he's got stuff from all the movies, bro, from like American Me, Blood In, Blood Out. Um, it goes back to like Boulevard Nights. Uh,
Mm.
man, dude, like all like Zoot Suit, all the old school
Mm.
like Latino flicks, and man, dude, the dude's got a whole nice store now. So I think one of my goals is to get one of my toys in there. Like if I can get like
Oh,
some
okay.
of my Miklo figurines, or like my
Mm.
my Crucito, or my Paco, like any of those pieces, bro. Like to mass produce them and then sell them in the store like that, bro. That would be perfect, bro. Like, cause then I can do business with people like that, especially like
Yeah.
for like Carlissimo clothing. Like if I were to get a hold of you, I mean, what's up, homeboy? I'm glad you're
Yeah.
watching. That if you were to like contact me and I can see some like designs of what you got with this little G dolls, I can come up with my own prototype, like design something that's similar to what you have, or something that's going to be like completely brand new. Like I'm working on some pieces right now that are like cholo related. Like I got this Casper, the
Yeah.
Vato. I'm working on. I got a couple little pieces that I haven't really even exposed yet, but they're all 3D printed because I'm working with a 3D printer too.
Oh.
But I'm still like
Oh, okay.
I'm still a beginner. But if I can get this down to a point where I can make a bunch of them, like maybe make 50, then I can probably like, do something like that. As for copyright, now that we get on that, like here's the big kicker for copywriting. A lot of people always stress off that as like if I'm ripping off somebody, like if I'm like doing something movie.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
so here's the thing that I've learned. If I'm gonna do something in a sense, if I'm gonna make a lot of money, like if I'm gonna make thousands and thousands of toys from a movie and not tell them about it, they have the right to sue me because I never got their consent or I never bought the rights to own that
Mm.
design. So like for instance, let me give you an example. Like I'm working on this piece right here from Half Baked, right?
Mm. Okay.
And here's Killer the dog, right? Remember the Killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this character, right? Nobody really fucks with this character, but
Hmm.
if I want to make say about 1,000 of these, I got to get the consent from
Mm.
the people who own the rights to this, and then
Yeah.
they have to give me the like, all right, you can make this much as long as we get a percentage, or
Ah.
or if I'm not even making enough to where I'm not making a lot of money, they're like, just fucking go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not gonna make, you know, maybe a couple $100, but I'm not gonna make a lot of bread. So that's another reason why if I'm gonna go big and work with like another bigger company, I'm gonna have to like buy the rights to like
Mm.
some of the movies, and that shit costs thousands of dollars. But if I'm willing to do
Wow.
if I'm willing to do that, that means that I have the guts and the confidence to know that I can quadruple my money. And I think if I could get a bigger audience and get more help from the audience, from the Latino community, fuck yeah, dude. I know for sure that I can do it.
Yeah.
I have no doubt. It's just the fact that
I can see where people might hesitate and be kind of scared to like invest so much money where, you know what I mean? Like, okay, a lot of people will see it in the way like, okay, that's fucking dope. No one that's ever attempted to do that shit. So, you know, in that aspect, but then there's the business aspect, like, okay, how are you so sure that you'll be able to sell this amount of money? You know, you spend this much, how are you so sure you'll be able to get this much of
right.
profit?
Yeah.
And that's where people get scared.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's true as hell, especially when there's a small market, or like the market is not really like, I mean, there's a market for something, right? But like, you know how stuff just comes and goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's always stuff that's trendy. I think that like my goal is to not just be trendy, but to be like in the game for a long time. Like make shit that's gonna stick for a while. And you know, our culture doesn't have enough toys, bro. I mean, let's get to the realistics part of it. The fact that there's so many beautiful movies of our culture, of Latino culture, and a lot of them are violent, right? Of course, they're violent. We have gangs and we have all this, but if you really want to boil it down, there's hella iconic people. Selena, Richie Valens. I mean, there's a line of all these like old characters. I mean, not even just Mexican, but like you got Celia Cruz, you got all these like, you know, these iconic musicians, Carlos Santana, like all those guys. They have toys, right? They probably have something that's been done, like maybe limited edition, like okay, there's like maybe a bobblehead, but to like a little toy, and then to like trademark it, sell it to the masses. That's what's up, bro. Because then everybody can get a piece of that. Not just like, you know, not just a collector, but anybody can get one. You know what I mean? Like anybody who's like a fan who can't, like, you know, not everybody can spend $100, $200 on stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's not fair. It's not fair because I used to be that way. But I used to be like, damn, well, I can't afford that shit.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, because like, you know, my income is not like baller, right? So, you know, but you know, there's stuff that you want to get that you're like, but I gotta, I want to make shit like that, basically, you know. That like, I'm very diverse, man. I could do horror, I could do comedy. I mean, like that gives me the whole options to fuck around with many companies. Like if I just want to do movies, or if I want to do characters from like comedy, or you know, certain characters from like certain movies.
Not only that, bro. I mean, because right now you're kind of just focusing on films. Not only that, bro. You could even make since we're talking about that BLM movement, you could even make a figure of George Floyd. You can make a figure of that one chick. Forgot her name. The Catch Me Outside chick. You can make a figure of all these modern day people.
Yeah, like pop culture. Pop culture.
There we go.
Yeah, like. But that's the thing that you had mentioned earlier, that there's like there's a demand, and then there's not high demand. So that's what you know what I mean? Maybe that's where it lies, as like, man, people don't want to really just like, people don't want to wait. You know what I mean? I have people actually right now who are waiting on me right now. I mean, like, I'm still making stuff for like, I got commissions coming in. For instance, Carlissimo asked about, you know, how long does it take? So for a prototype, it takes me, because I did the math in my head, because like sometimes it can take about a week, or it can take me like 2 days. But between that, I think I average about 3.5 days, because of I work hella fast, and as soon as I get like photos of what you want, I start to like picture it in my head and how it should go, like as a figure, and then I'll start to like obsess over it, like the photo. If there's a movie about it, or if there's anything other like about it, like, you know, even if it's like, say if you want to do something about you, I will look at like photos of you, but then like stuff that reminds me of you, so then I can capture that look. So so that's what I do, bro. And I think that like that's rare, because I think a lot of other people just kind of go off of like what do they have on them. Where I'm like, I'm gonna order if I really want to get this shit done right. I'm gonna order a part that I don't have on me, and that's when it takes a little longer. So to answer your question off the top is the fact that if you want to get something done that's personalized, like for you or for that takes a little longer. But if you want to get something done from like a movie or like a character, you know, from what I have at home, I can probably do it within 3 days because, you know, of course, you know, you pay me first. I'm gonna get on it.
Yeah.
Because some people want to get shit done, but then they're like, oh, you know, I want to see how it comes out first. I don't fucking do that no more, because I already proved to myself how fucking good I am, and I'm not being arrogant, but
you know your work, you know your value.
People will do anything to get, you know. I'm not gonna fucking lie. People will do anything they can to like get it cheaper, whatever, you know. Like they know it's worth 100, but they want to ask for like, oh, I'll give you 40 for it.
Last minute, they're like,
Knowing
okay, I'm done with it.
More than
Here's 60, bro.
But you know what? We're all like that. Fuck it. I'm not gonna even be a dick. I was like that at one point, so I don't even get mad about that shit no more. I don't take it personal. But now, you know, if I get lowballed, I just ignore them. Like I'm on that level now. Like I used to like, oh, now I can pick and choose who I want to do. That's how I got now.
Oh yeah,
I don't have to just like.
They're asking.
I don't have to.
Brina Claudia Giron is asking what we're talking about. So we got here a very talented young man. His name is Carlos, and he has this company called Waking the Dead, and he makes figurines out of rare memorabilia, films, TV shows, anything, you know, memorable from the 70s, 80s,
yeah, so
90s.
You know, I'll do a quick, you know, here's Scarface. These are these pieces that I'm putting out for Tuesday because Scarface is having an anniversary. So I'm selling the Rise. This is Scarface in the beginning, you know, when he meets Hector at the Sunray Motel, chainsaw scene. Everybody loves that shit. And then you got the finale, you know, when Scarface is on his way out, but he doesn't go out, you know, he goes out beautifully. So this, and then
goes out with the bang. He goes out with the bang, man.
I also got the Crow, Brandon Lee, the Crow. See, I can do it. You know, here's another 4-inch piece, original art, all handmade. You know, all handmade at the house. As a matter of fact, dude, I was actually working on this today. This is the horror shit. This is over my horror fans. Child's Play. Charles, this ain't Chucky, bro. This is.
Before he got into the body.
This is the voice of Chucky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So
the actor.
What's gonna happen is when I put this out, I'm gonna contact. What I do is I contact the guy himself, because you know all these celebrities, they all got these Instagrams, right? So I'll do all. I mean, this shit doesn't get done. So like I'll do shit like that, and I'll contact them, and I'll be like, hey, you know, like, can I post this of you, or can I tag you in it? And they're like, yeah, go ahead, you know, so I can get more likes, you know, get more followers. I mean, because
that's what I love, bro. That's what I love what you're doing, because you know your angles on how to like basically put them out there and expose them to the people, the right people, bro. Not a lot of people do that shit, bro. Like you contact the right people to, like, you know what I mean? Oh, here's one of you. This is you. Like, can I promote it? You're not only, I mean, you can go ahead and do it without, you know, him even knowing it. But just having him acknowledge that you are making this of him, he's gonna get fucking like super fucking excited. He's gonna even tell his people, and they're gonna share that shit. Yeah. So it's like it's a win-win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's totally dope.
Like, I mean, I think that helps. And you know, and if you think about it, it's like free advertising. When you get
there you go.
When you get people who are like really interested, like when they see something that's like, oh, that's cool, and then they promote it on their Facebook or their Instagram, it gets the other population to be like, oh shit, this, if he likes it. But realistically, I'm not really about that. I really want to contact them to let them know that how much I like them. Like, oh, you know, I did this. So that kind of gives them this like for instance, I just sold it, but do you remember RoboCop, 1980, old school RoboCop, the old? I know you know that. That's our shit, right? From the 80s.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene called where that dude's doing cocaine with those two models?
Yeah.
All right, so the chick, I don't know if she's even out here. She was supposed to be watching, because I told her about this, and I was like, hey, I made an action figure of her, right? But she only had this small little scene in the movie. But I made her toy. She's that chick who had the green suit with the little red hair.
Yeah, I seen that one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen that
blood.
toy. You got,
We're
yeah.
friends now, bro. So I
Oh
contacted her.
shit.
I seen her online, and I just want to let her know. I was like, hey, I think you're hella awesome. I love your little scene. I like that scene because it's just, as a kid, I never knew what they were doing. The coke, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So as I got older, I was like, bro, I never knew what the hell was going on, but I thought it was cool. So I made the toy of her. She loved that shit, but I sold it to someone else. But I'm gonna make another one. So that's the reason why I do it, because I contact these people that I like them. I like these celebrities. They're cool as fuck. Like some of them are like all right, but like a lot of them are just hella. They're like nice as fuck, and they just want to see they want to see me bring back their old characters from old ass movies.
Mm.
So.
And some of them, that's pretty much the only thing they did in their career, like as an actor, like actress. That's like the biggest thing, probably some of them. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
to them, it's like, damn, they still remember that shit. That's cool.
Yeah. So
you
for
know?
instance, dude, I did one from Little Puppet. Remember Puppet from
Yeah.
fucking Danny De La Paz?
American Me.
Bro, dude, I
Yeah.
love one of my favorite movies is Boulevard Nights, but I love that movie. That's the first like real cholo movie that came out in 1980 or 79.
Around there, yeah.
Man, dude's old school. So anyways, man, De La Paz was like 18 years old when that shit came out. When he did that movie, I think he was like 17, 18. So I made Chuco. And I told him, bro, hey, I love your character. Can I make more of these in the future? And he goes, yeah, bro, make more. So that's when I know that, like, if I do it in the future and he sees me make about 100 of them, he don't trip, because he loves the fact that, like, that's going to help him get exposure too. Like, bringing back an old character from an old movie and making toys like that are like, no one makes that shit. So I'm going to make some more of those, bro. I'm going to make some more. I'm telling everybody who's like watching right now that I plan on making characters from American Me, La Onda. Remember La Onda? I want to do some Zoot Suit old school shit. Like, as a matter of fact, I did a couple of cholos from some buddies. Some guy from Orange County. He hit me up about 2 months ago, and he's an old school '80s rapper, and I made him. It's on my Instagram. You can check it out. You can see. You can check it out. It's Sir Dino, and then I did a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
I had him on the podcast, bro.
You have Sir Dino on the podcast?
Yeah, bro. Well, not on the live, but that's before I went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you start getting on Instagram, right?
Yeah. Just on the it's on Spotify though. Okay. It's a hip hop spot podcast.
So yeah, so somebody was asking about the 3D printer. So basically all the stuff that I do, like the little figurines that I was showing, they're all like pieces from other toys that are like from, like, it can be from a toy from the 80s, 90s, whatever, but there's old as fuck. So I'll get the toy, like, I don't know, let me look in here, here's some like bootleg shit right here, right? This is like a bootleg figurine that, like, I can find from like $5. So, like,
okay,
I will sculpt over it, paint it, do everything by hand. But this is called a base. So everyone who's looking, it's called a fodder. So it's like a base. This is like, the main part of it. But I'll start to work over it, sculpt over it, and work all my magic. Turn this into whatever you want, man. Turn this into you, basically. As long as I got the right photos and everything, and the right reference photos, videos, I'll like just study it, and then I'll start to work it, and then I'll hand paint it. Some of these parts are I got a 3D printer, so maybe I'll print I'll print like accessories, like maybe a gun or a knife. If your character has like a knife, I'll get my 3D printer and I'll bust it out and I'll print out a little knife, so then I don't have to like sculpt it. Like, it's quick. Like, I have to be quick too, blood. Like, I'll make 4 or 5. I'll make 4 or 5 figurines in one day. Not like literally one day, but I'll be working on 4 or 5 pieces. Like, for instance, I'm doing Joker from next Friday. Remember?
Okay.
Aztec Warriors.
Yeah.
Aztec Warriors.
Yeah. Part 2. Yeah.
Jacob Vargas, bro. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up and ask him, let him know that, hey, bro, because I love his character in that movie. I love that movie, bro. Right. I don't
Memorable
want to be
movie, man.
biased, but I like to do stuff that's like that I like, right? But then I know that other people,
Mm-hmm.
I know that the other people like love those characters that no one make. What else am I making? I'm working on another Bob from La Bamba.
Mm.
Richie Valens. I already made Richie Valens. I got oh shit. You know what I'm working on for 2021 is the Salamanca cousins. Hey, does anybody watch Breaking Bad out there? Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Well, I seen Breaking Bad, but not all the
Have you heard
episodes.
about
But
this? You heard about the Salamanca twins, right? Those guys that are like those sicarios, those hitmen. They're like they're not. They look like twins, but they're cousins. So they're in Breaking
was
Bad.
that in the last season? That's the last
They
season,
they were
huh?
like in they were like in season the last they were in the last couple seasons. They're like bald
Okay,
and they're
I
like
think I
they
remember
wear these
them.
like
Yeah, yeah,
necklaces.
yeah.
So I'm making those guys, right?
Uh huh.
Those guys are cool.
Okay.
They're cool as fuck, bro. They're they're cousins in real life too. And
Oh shit.
they're working on films. They're working on some movies right now, like underground shit. But I think they're gonna start filming the last season of Better Call Saul, and they're gonna be in there.
Mm.
But it's gonna be tight as fuck, bro. So I'm working on that, dude, and I love working on like TV shows too. Like if you have a TV
Yeah.
show, I'll do like Breaking Bad. I did some Breaking Bad shit. I did some shit from I'm working on some. Do you guys remember that shit in Living Color from the '90s?
Oh, Living Color, of
Homie the
course.
Clown.
Yeah.
Homie the Clown.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Fucking
Uh,
Fire Marshal Bill. Remember all those characters, blood? Blood. That's why
yeah.
I like to do shit from the old school, blood. I'm an old school kind of cat, but
Oh man, you should do the Fire Marshal Bill and hit up Jim Carrey, bro.
yeah.
He'll fucking go
I mean,
nuts,
that's the
man.
hard part though, because a lot of these celebrities, you got to go through hella people, right? So,
Yeah.
but so for instance, so like if anybody wants to ever do a collaboration, um,
It's,
like Carlissimo clothing, like if you got any ideas that you want to promote, then I'm down for it, bro. I'm down to like
yeah.
see what you got. Like if you got an idea for me, or if you want to pay me to do something fresh, I can do it, bud. I get that created, and I'll create a character right now. It's just I'm just surrounded by this shit, blood. Like that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm hoping that by next year that I can expand into a bigger studio and I can start making like
Yeah.
anything on demand. Like if there's a demand for something, I can put it out, and then
Yeah.
then work with, like you said, work with celebrities, like do
Mm-hmm.
like you said, do meet and greets. You can meet people,
Okay.
hang out
That's
with the
dope. Yeah.
artists, yeah, like, but then hang out with the celebrities so we can just promote the old. Like I like to bring back the old movies. I'm like an old school guy, so I love the old movies, bro. All this new shit, I'm not really into it, man. But
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be old school to be honest, but
I guess it's like a DJ though. It's like a DJ, bro. Like some of the shit, you know what I mean? I never really liked some of the, you know what I mean? Like when I was DJing, I never really liked some of the newer shit, but
right,
I like to play what I play. But
right,
people don't like that shit sometimes, so it's like you gotta go with what the people want. You know what I mean? It's
true.
called supply and demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
So for one part it sucks, for one part it's cool. Oh, they were asking
yes.
more or less the range of starting price to like highest price of the
Right.
figures.
So basically, like let's say if I make something like right off like these Scarface pieces or whatever here, like those can range from $60 to 80, right? Because they're like made already off top. Like I made them without anyone telling me to make them. So like
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say they're gonna be more on the end where like 60 to 70 range. But if you want to buy something that's custom, then it's $80. Like you start off at 80, and then that gives you, so the $80 package gives you the toy. It gives you 2 free accessories. So like if you want to get like a gun or like 2 free little things on the side, I can add that. After that, then it goes $10 additionally. But it comes with, basically the card art. This is the card. This is the art, and then it comes with the blister. This is where the figure. So all this comes together. That's a whole deal. So that's about $80. If you want to do something custom, like personalized. If you want to do something that's really, really like, say, you want to add like a figurine, and then you want to add like, you know, because I could do vehicles too. Like, you know, I got vehicles, I got like,
Mm.
motorcycles and shit. Then that's going to be like, you know, additional 40-50 bucks. But a lot of people don't want that. But a couple people wanted me to get them like do like a character, but then like make his motorcycle to go with it. That's
Mm.
more like in the 150 range, 160. But my average is between 85. I mean, because that's like, you know, that's the kind of work I put in with.
Yeah,
Man,
no doubt,
okay,
man.
have you ever seen the also like some cat right here said that about They Live, right? The movie. Dude, that movie
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
movie They Live, I made an action figure of that. Of the not Roddy Piper, right? But of the fucking aliens. Remember, you know how the when you put the
Oh,
remember how you take
okay.
the
When you
glasses
put
off
on
and
the
shit?
glasses,
Blood, dude. So that
yeah.
shit used to scare me as a kid, blood. So the alien, I made a little alien figurine and I sold it. Actually, I sold like 15 figurines in one bulk, like just about a month ago.
Oh wow.
There's a dude out in Pennsylvania named Bootleg Bonanza, and I sold him 15 toys for 55 bucks each because I gave him a good deal. So I sold that to
Mm.
him. So if you want to, I don't know if he has it anymore, but you might have to go check him out because he has some of my shit in his store. But if you ever wanted me to make one from you from scratch, that's going to be about $70 piece because, you know, I'll do everything from scratch basically. But if you want to get like a copy of that, then I would have to make a replica of it, and that then it'll be cheaper. But I really don't do that, guys. You know, that's the thing. I really keep my shit original. I don't really like make replicas because it makes the shit look kind of whack after a few of them. Like it lose. I
Mm.
don't know. Like I like to do like original pieces, but I can't do that. Like if you really want me to make five, I can make five of them, but they're all gonna look a little different. They're not gonna look the same.
Yeah.
It's just that's the way I get down. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Now,
so they
how
live
can
though.
people hit you up, bro? Just on Instagram? Just send you a message, or is there a website that people can hit you
So
up?
basically, everything I do is has been through Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
I had a website going up. I was doing everything on eBay, but I'm gonna go like mainstream again. I'm gonna have a fresh website where like if
Okay.
you really want to go and check my stuff out, then it's gonna be in categories. Like if you want to learn about, you know, the stuff that I made from the '70s, the '80s, '90s, my gangster toys, my horror toys, my, you know, my comedy characters. Like I'm gonna have everything in categories. So like when people want to check this out,
Hmm.
they can kind
That's
of.
dope.
I want everybody to kind of see like, because like I have right now, I have made over 200 toys, guys, and I want to like, you know, put them on the website now. I'm ready to put them up to the point where because they're all one offs. They're only like if you buy one, that's it. Like I
Hmm.
have to make it all over again, and that's gonna cost, you know, it's gonna cost the same price as the first one. So like,
Hmm.
so I
No
don't know. So
doubt.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm really gonna get to the point. I am gonna get there where I can make, you know, a certain amount of something, 25, 50 of them, and they're gonna be like 40 bucks, you know, so a little more cheaper, but they're not gonna have that quality. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna be
Yeah.
tight as fuck. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I already mass produced a few things already, and it's just the fact that when you make so many of them, they start to look like they don't have that same feel. So
Uh-huh.
so yeah, we got.
Yeah.
So he wanted to ask about the how long I've been doing this for. I think I was telling Brown for about a little 2 years and about 2 years and 4 months, technically. But I've been doing this all my life though, since I was a kid. I remember doing this when I was like 8 or 9, um,
Hmm.
breaking my GI, taking them apart, breaking them, and then putting them together again and shit. So I did that shit when I was a
That's
kid.
cool.
Yeah, blood. I remember that specifically, collecting them, and then going to the good. I'm gonna tell you a story real quick because I used to go to the Goodwill because I was hella broke. As my family, we weren't really, you know, we couldn't afford the brand new shit. So I would go to the Goodwill store, and there would be a bag full of broken GI Joes, and I would just buy that shit.
Uh,
And then I remember taking them home, and I'll fix that shit, and then
wow.
they work. So that's how I really realized, like, all right, that was my passion. But I don't know, man. Hella years went by where I didn't, you know, I didn't fuck with toys for like 20 years because I was doing other shit also too. So and
Yeah.
yeah,
No doubt, man.
yeah, so I mean, on a personal level though, like to reach out to the audience that um like my roots to Frisco, like to this city right here. I think the reason why I'm still here though, honestly, is because like a lot of bad shit happened to me out here. I got shot, right? I don't know if I told you about this shit. I got shot.
I don't think so now.
No, I don't think we got time. Yeah, so I got hit from a straight bullet in '05, and that shit fucked me up, man. I lost my leg. I'm an amputee, right? So I wear a
Oh,
prosthetic.
for real?
I got a
Okay.
fucking bionic leg and shit, and this shit happened to me when I was a kid. I was 25 years old. I'm 40 years old now, and
Mm.
so there was a big ass gap in my life where all I had to do was learn how to walk, like learn how to walk, learn how to like live with this shit. So basically, if I didn't get popped, if I didn't get hit, I think that I would have probably got into this shit earlier in my life, and maybe what could have been, got into some more bigger shit. But right now, my story is I just got into this just about 2.5 years ago, and I think that
Peace, Sabrina. Thank you, Sabrina. No, she's just saying that she's got to go, but
right on,
hey, but
yeah,
thank you, Sabrina, for tuning in.
thank
Yeah.
you, yeah,
If any questions, hit them up. Hit them up on his DM. You know what I mean? If you ever
yeah, you guys,
want something done.
yeah, because I know we're gonna wrap it up soon, and I figured that whole time that I had it was just a kind of a thing that it was building up inside of me, and then finally one day I was like, I'm gonna start doing this, and then it just turned into a business. That's it. Like that's how simple it was, to be
Yeah.
honest with you guys. So
Dang.
anyone out there who has a passion for something, dude, this is the right time to turn it into a business right now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of artists are just doing it for fun, but if I think there's a lot of people who want to see it, like, you know what I mean, they want to see your art. So I promote that, like if you're a writer or a painter or anything that you got to want to put out, you should put out. You should put, let somebody like Brown promote you. Like, I know you want to help promote artists
Yeah.
and put them out there as like, this is like the first beginning stages, and then you kind of want to see them grow up into these like,
Mm-hmm.
blossom to something nice, bro.
Exactly.
That's how I
Exactly.
look at this, as a good time to be humble right now, because these are the humbling moments. And then when that time
Mm-hmm.
comes, man, I want to go back and remember this moment and be like, we all got to start somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who's still tuning in, I do custom action figures. You can check me out at Carlos Customs. I have made over 300 toys in the last couple of years, man, and they all vary from. I mean, I don't even know. I forgot what I made. That's how crazy that shit is. But I forgot what I made. But I got to go back and see myself. And right now, I got shit pending. I got stuff that I haven't put out yet. That's gonna be fire. Um, I just hope everybody will tune in and keep following me, and keep supporting both of us, because I like to come
That's
back.
what's up.
I like to come back maybe in a month or two to
Mm-hmm.
to let people know more about the Latino community,
Yeah.
and supporting it, and like, and just getting involved in everything. So for
No
instance,
doubt, man.
Ninja Munoz just tuned in. What's up? Hey, so for instance, this guy right here, he's a really cool dude, man. He's a martial artist, and I've been doing action figures for him in the past with all these
Mm.
like rare, super rare masters of ninjutsu. So that tells you that I could do it all. Like, I can get into um, non-fictional people. So I'm working with right
Mm.
now of his right now, actually. One of the Nagato. He's a Daishan, he's a Bushido. I'm into martial arts too. I do martial arts. I've been studying martial arts since I was like 10 years old. Jiu-jitsu, fucking wrestling, boxing. So like I can like make action figures of anything. Like, so if you want to get something done from like a boxer or a karate guy, anything, blood. Like, that's how confident I am that I can be able to pull that off.
That's what's up.
That's why I think that, like, hopefully that people can really see how rare it is that
Yeah, it
that what I
is,
do,
bro.
I want to stand out than from the other people who make their action figures, which is cool. They got their thing, but I'm on a whole different level, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I hope that like I can continue to get more support and keep this going, because
No doubt, bro. You will, bro. You will, bro. You know what? One
I
thing
want to
is
keep
for
this
sure.
going. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing is for sure, bro. You know where you're going. So that right there is a great start at what you're doing, bro. I know you already got a bunch of them, that you've made, but I mean, there's just so much to come for you, bro. And all I can advise you, bro, and just be careful who you get into business with, bro, because as opposed to just keeping it all you, you know what I mean? Don't like right away just because someone's giving you the right words and all this and that. Don't right away go into business with them, bro, because you know what I mean. It's got to be someone that you truly from your heart trust and shit. You know what I mean? Because
That's true.
because I don't want my people to like end up in some jam where someone fucked them over, and shit like that.
Right.
And like this
Yeah.
vision of yours, bro, is like is going somewhere fucking dope. And you just keep that eye out for people trying to fuck
Yeah.
you over,
No, you're
bro.
right.
Because
I mean,
they're out there, bro.
oh
They're out
yeah,
there.
there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna want to just get up in your shit and ruin it, man. Like haters, bro, trolls. They're all, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there, man. They got their job, but our job is to do what we got to do and watch out for those fuckers. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about
Yeah.
positive vibes. I'm gonna want to reach
That's
out.
what's up.
I love other artists. Other artists out there doing their thing. Keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep getting good. Don't get complacent.
Mm.
One thing that I want to say is don't get all, oh yeah, keep getting good, because I'm not complacent yet. I think this is just like 50% of what I'm doing. That's how I'm trying to unleash all this other shit. So
Yeah.
it's gonna take some time, but I'm enthusiastic about branching out and then taking it to the next level, because I think that like this could be like a nationwide thing. I like to reach out to other like Latino communities, like in Texas and other parts of the states where I could like do business with them
Yeah.
and just have a bigger community. So for everybody out there, man, you can contact me, leave me a message. I'll be sure to get back to you within 24 hours and everything. Right now, it's a tough time right now because it's the holidays. So like I'm backed
Mm-hmm.
up a little bit, but I work pretty quick. I communicate with all the customers, everybody who supports me. I try to, give you a little extra something of me, because I appreciate that shit. It means a lot that somebody's helping me pay my bills. You know what I mean? So till 2021, I think like in this next couple like weeks, it's gonna be just real mellow. But expect something bigger in January, for sure. So
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, thank you for giving me this time, bro.
yeah, man.
Like I said, you know what I mean? Just like you say, just to the people listening, just make sure that if you have a vision, just like Carlos here, you have a vision, put it into work. Don't wait till that shit, supposedly is the right time, because there ain't no right time. The right time is made by you. You know what I mean?
That's what's up,
So,
man. That's
yeah.
word is born. That's word.
That's
So
what's up, man. Hey, thank you very much, bro. You have a great holiday, man.
yeah,
And
man.
I
Make sure you have a
I
safe.
want to talk to you again, maybe in a month or two, man. I want
Yeah,
to bring you back and see what's up, man.
well, yeah, no, we'll be touching base. I mean,
All right.
your people's might, like we'll cross paths again probably in the next week or something. We'll like, we'll have something to talk about. But in the meantime, everybody be safe for the holidays.
All right.
Waking the dead
Thank you,
up.
bro.
Okay, out.
Hey,
Peace.
that's what's up.
Late.
Peace. Yep. Yo, so that was Carlos Gonzalez from the Bay Area. To be specific, San Francisco, the 415. And yo, this is Brown checking out for today's episode of the Hip Hop Spot Podcast. You know what to do. Stay fucking dope. Yeah.